And here we go. Obate with the ball. Starts. Savio with the ball. Sends it beautifully to Ikenna. What a pass. Ikenna looking to find the marker. Oh no. Oh no. Fine playing with Austin. Austin back to Clement. Clement to Kelechukwago. Kelechukwago sends forward to Obodo. Obodo drafts in. Again, drives in from the left hand side and crosses the edge. No one there to connect with the ball. Obodo has been playing so well from the left hand side. And a crossing. And Obodo! Whoa, the chance! What a miss! To take the corner for Rangers. Takes beautifully well. And insurance keeper comes out to punch. Kenneth with the crossing and a mistake. Oh my word! Oh my word! Would there be anything out of this one? Kenneth could take straight. Oh my word! This is the moment. This is the time. And this is the. With a goal kick. Obodo with the ball. Obodo. Rangers best player for the game. Aside it at 4th minute. Clement sends straight. He straight back shot from the left hand side. This. Would this hit the back of the net? Clement takes it again.
Games there before Gary John too.
Wobodo drives forward. Wobodo with the ball. Wobodo! The captain of the side. The goal to man. Tinubu Wobodo with a second. Oh! Wobodo! The man in white. Of course. This is an assurance. This is the much needed goal.
Hello and welcome to Wicked Sports on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. It's a whole lot this weekend, and a lot is happening in the world of sports in Nigeria and all over the world. The leagues are preparing to be back, but as we speak, it's transfers, and which is a good one. And we are happy that we are having a lot of Nigerians also who are busy in the transfer window in Europe and also in the Nigerian Premier Football League, where our own league, the MPFL, will be resuming, will be starting on the 31st of August. And that's what it is, the big match between Academy Warriors and Enugu Rangers, the winners of the 2023-2024 season and the winners of the President FA Cup. All right, I will be looking at some stories as we also will be looking at Team Nigeria's preparation for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. How are they preparing? Super Falcons, D Tigers, athletics, and what have you, badminton, all of them will be at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. But before then, let's go to the educative side of the program, where we'll bring you Did You Know? Let's have a fun. Yes, welcome back from the educative side of the program. Did you know you've seen all of them? Nigerian first appearance at the Paris 2020 at the Olympic Games was in 1952. 27 medals in total. 777 athletes has represented Nigerian so far in the Olympic Games. So let's see, maybe we're going to add to that number of medals at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Maybe we might increase it to 40, 50, from 27 to 50, 40. It is what we can do. We have the talent, we have what it takes to be there. All right, also, let's move ahead on the program and the course of the week. In the course of the week, there was Super Eagles in rankings in the FIFA rankings for the month of June, July came out, and for the Super Eagles, they dropped in rankings to the 39th position in the FIFA ranking, and which is not actually what we want. After this was a team that was ranked among the 20 best team after the Nations Cup in Cote d'Ivoire. But after then, all of the games we have played so far, the friendlies, the World Cup qualifiers, it has not really been a good one for the Super Eagles, and they just from 20th position after the Nations Cup, they were ranked 38th, and after that now they dropped one spot further to the 39th position in the current FIFA rankings, which is not a good one, like I said, for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. The Super Eagles of Nigeria are a team that they have the talent. We have the talent in this country. We have what it takes to dominate. I remember after the USA 94, Nigeria was ranked the 5th best team in the world. What happened to all of this? We were supposed to consolidate and improve, but rather we started dwindling, and it's not a good one for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. 39th in the world as it stands right now. Despite that, they still maintained their 5th position on the continent of Africa. And before we go further, let's quickly look at the top 10, African top 10. Let's look at the Africa top 10, how they are standing, their world position, and then their position on the continent of Africa. This is the African top 10. We have Morocco, who are 14th in the world, and then first in Africa. Senegal are 19th in the world, second on the continent of Africa. Egypt are 3rd on the continent, but 36th in the world rankings. And for Ivory Coast, they are 4th on the continent of Africa, 38th in the world. That was Nigeria's position for now. Then Nigeria is now 5th on the continent of Africa, though retaining their position, but move one step downward to 39th position. We have Tunisia on the 6th position, 41st on the world, and then we have Algeria is occupying the 7th position, 46th in the world, and then for Cameroon they are 8th in the world, 8th in the continent of Africa, 51st in the world, and for Mali they are 9th on the continent, 53rd in the world rankings, and for South Africa they occupy the 10th position, 57 in the world, and 10th on the continent of Africa. But Nigeria remains in the 5th position, well, moving one spot further from 38th to 39th position. We don't know, maybe in the next FIFA ranking we might just find ourselves on the 40th position or 41st position. But for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, I believe we can get it right. We're still waiting for the NFF at least to announce a substantive coach, a coach that will take over after Finidi Joy resigned his position due to not good performance, not good outing with the Super Eagles. 2 competitive game with the FIFA World Cup qualifiers. He lost one and drew one, and before then he won one friendly and lost the other friendly to the Eagles of Mali. So for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, let's see if the downward trend is going to continue in the next FIFA rankings, and we will be giving opportunity to our viewers to be calling in on the show precisely on this topic. When the time comes on the show, you'll be calling in and making your contributions about Super Eagles being ranked 39th in the world and you can also react to any other story you feel like reacting to on the program this morning. But for the Super Eagles, 39th in the world and still remain 5th on the continent of Africa. All right, still within the week, another news within the week came out. We're talking about Team Nigeria participation at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games, which have 7 days to the games. On the 26th of this month, the games will be starting officially. The athletes village has been opened, but within the week also, coming in from the sports ministry, the prize money for the gold medalist, silver medalist, and bronze medalist. Now, Nigeria announces $5,000 cash prize for gold medalists. Yes, if you win a gold, you'll be smiling home with a sum of $5,000. For silver, $3,000, and for bronze, they will go home with $2,000. That was the announcement coming in from the sports ministry, that every athlete at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games that will win a gold medal will go home with $5,000, while silver go home with $3,000, and also for the bronze medalist, they'll be smiling home with $2,000. That is what it is coming in from the sports ministry. And from Senator John Owaneno, the sports minister, has also promised that every athlete will take what is due to them. Also, in the course of the week, the House of Rep actually donated the sum of 100 million naira to support Team Nigeria participation at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. So, putting all of this together, the minister has said every penny will be paid to the athletes, and also the federal government has budgeted 12 billion for the execution of the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. This time around, they want to make sure all of the athletes are comfortable psychologically, mentally, physically, and otherwise they are comfortable going to the Paris Olympic Games. We hope and pray that we'll not be having issues of kids problem again, like what we saw in the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, where an athlete was doing wash and wear. But this time around, I believe everything, like the sports minister actually said, they are not going to leave any stone unturned. As you can see on the screen, that is a Brume and a Blessing Oborodudu in Tokyo 2020, just 2 medals in Tokyo 2020, silver and a bronze medal. But this time around, we are taking it further. We want to surpass what we did at the Atlanta 1996 Olympic Games, where Nigeria shone like a million stars, winning gold in football, men's football event. That is the Super Eagles winning the football men's event right there, and Choma and Joa limping to a gold medal right there also in Atlanta 96. So we want to surpass that record. We want to do better. We started going to the Olympics in 1952. We have won 27 medals in total, and then 777 athletes have represented us so far when it comes to Olympic Games. So this time around, we want to take it a step further. Who says Nigeria we can win 5, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10 gold medals, because we have what it takes to do that. 12 sports will be showcasing at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Let's say in all of the 12 sports, Nigeria comes back with gold medals. We have the 200 meters, we have 100 meters, we have the hurdles, we have badminton, Anulu Akpokpeyori is there, we have Chioma Onyekwere in discus alongside, we have Ashley Anumba, we have Adeshina for the high jump, and then we have Super Falcons in the women's football event, the Tigress also right there for the basketball, women's basketball. Who says if the Tigress gets to the semi-final, that is already a sure bet for a medal. Super Falcons also getting to the semi-final, that is a sure medal for us. And also, let's assume Toby Amuson in the 100 meters hurdle, we are looking at her to add that Olympic gold medal. She's the world champion, a record she set at the Eugene, Oregon 2022, 12.12 seconds. She ran that race, the race of her life, winning that title, a world champion. So she's also looking forward to add an Olympic gold medal to all of this title, African champion, Nigeria #1 when it comes to hurdles and on the continent of Africa. So coming in from the sports ministry, every gold medalist at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games will be going home with a sum of $5,000, silver $3,000, and bronze medal $2,000. All right, still moving ahead. Those are the two major stories for the course of the week: Super Eagles rankings, and then the cash prize for all of the medalists at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. All right, let's move ahead. Let's go straight to this story. Still looking at the Paris Games, and we're looking at preparations of some of our teams. This time around, we go straight to still dwelling with the sports ministry before we talk about the Super Falcons. Also, coming in from the sports minister during the press conference in the course of the week. The minister is also saying allowances will be paid before team departs France. That is coming from the sports minister. Over time, we've seen athletes, after going for various competitions, they come out and they'll be crying foul that the allowances has not been paid. But this time around, the sports minister says before all of the athletes, before they will leave France, before they will depart from that venue, all of them will receive their allowances. They would the allowances, everything will be paid to them, and that is what it is. Don't want to see some of the athletes going to the media crying foul that their monies has not been paid, their allowances has not been paid. And over the years, we've seen this occurring with the Nigerian sports. But this time around, the minister says he's going to make sure that they get their allowances before they depart France, definitely the venue of the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. And this, if it is anything to go by, definitely we will be having all of these. We'll be enjoying this. These athletes will be enjoying, at least for the very first time in quite a while, they will be enjoying their pay they will be getting their pay as at when it's due. So all we need is just to support the minister to make sure that these monies, these allowances get to the athletes before they leave. That's before they leave France, before they leave Paris, where the venue of the 2024 Olympic Games. All right, still moving ahead and talking about the Olympic Games, we go straight to the Super Falcons camp right now, where around the world drum is hopeful about Super Falcons performance. The Super Falcons are in Group C of the women's football event. We have them in Group C, where we have Spain, Brazil, and their first game is against Brazil, and the Asian powerhouse, former world champions, Japan. So the Super Falcons have their hands full. Their first game will be against the ladies, the Samba girls from Brazil. And Randy Wardrum is hopeful despite that defeat in the friendly game though played in Spain. That was last week before they left for France. They had a friendly game against the Canadian national women's team. That was the first loss for the Super Falcons in 15 games. So, and some part of that game, actually saw some part of that game. It was a good one for the Super Falcons. They actually showed some grit. They showed some glimpses. They showed that yes, they are ready. And their first game would be against the Samba girls of Brazil. 8 days to the commencement of the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. I think 7 days, I beg your pardon, to the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. On the 26th of this month, that the games would be starting right there. And for the Super Falcons, they will be playing their games in Bordeaux, and then the other one will be in Nantes. So their first game is in Bordeaux, right there in France. And the memory of the Super Eagles beating Spain in France 98 would be there for these girls. Remember Sunday Olise's screamer from the middle of the park right there against Spain. That game ended 3-2 during France 98. And these girls are also banking on that success. They also, at least the memories of that game will be in the minds of these girls when they take on the female team of Spain. That team, they are the world champions as we speak. They won the Women's World Cup in New Zealand and Australia. That was 2023 last year. And they are in our group alongside Brazil, Japan, Asian super powerhouse for the Super Falcons. So, but for the Super Falcons, the coach of the side, around the world drum says he's hopeful and they are battle ready for all of this country in their group. That is in Group C. Let's see how that goes when hostility starts for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. All right, still moving ahead, still talking about our teams. Now this time around, let's leave football, let's leave Super Falcons and go to the other female team. This time around, the Tigress, just yesterday night in a warm-up game, they lost in a warm-up game to Germany. They actually landed in Berlin and they had a warm-up game against the German ladies. Before they lost that game. In that warm-up friendly, they still have another warm-up friendly against Serbia and then also against Japan. They will be playing Japan also in some of these friendly games for the Tigress. I believe they are also using these friendly games, to prepare themselves for the big one that will be coming up in France. So we have the Tigress who will be battling it out with Australia, host country France, in their group for the women's basketball. So tough one for the Super Falcons, and also tough one for the Tigress, who want to also hold their own. In Tokyo 2020, they were there. They didn't win any game, but this time around, under the tutelage of Rena Wakama, who was there for these girls when they won the Afro Basket title 2023 last year also, and they did that, winning that title without losing the game. So this time around, they also want to take it a step further on the big stage in the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. They will be looking at how to actually get all of these action packed event, and they want to get it right. They want to do it. They want to actually show to the world that yes, Nigeria is not a pushover. We are not just coming to Paris at least to come and make up the numbers. We also want to get something out of the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. All right, this morning we have a focus on the show this morning. Our focus on the show this morning, we'll be looking at Team Nigerian's preparation for the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. When we say Paris Olympic Games, since 1952, we started going to Olympic Games, and we have quite had a lot of memories in Olympics. Atlanta 96 will not be forgotten in a hurry, because that has been our best outing in the Olympics, where we actually did so well in football and also in the long jump by Choma Ajunwa, who also gave us a gold medal right there at the Atlanta 1996. And the last Olympic Games in Tokyo, we just came back home with 2 medals, a bronze and a silver. So if you look at all of this, and what's the level of our preparation, how far can we go, what can we do this time around? We've seen Anoluakpo Okpeyori qualifying in badminton, Chukwuebuka Enekwechi in shot put. We have Choma Onyekwere in discus. We also have Ashley Anumba and co. We have Adeshina for the first time. We'll be showcasing in high jump right there at by Temitoko. Adeshina will be representing the country. Toby Amuson 400 meters hurdles. We have Favor Ofili for the 100 and 200. We also have the mixed relay team, where we'll be having our mixed relay team in the relays event. We also have our 4x4 team, men's team. We have our 4x100 women's relay team. So all of this, we also have our 4x100 relay team for the men. So for the very first time, Nigeria qualified for 4 relays event for the very first time in the history of Nigeria participating in Olympic Games. So we will have all of these, and also we have our canoeing team who will be there. We are also showcasing our talent in canoe. In cycling, we also have an athlete in cycling. Whereas in wrestling, we also have about 6 of our wrestlers, 5 female and just 1 male, Mutwang, who switched allegiance from US to represent Nigeria in wrestling, in freestyle wrestling for men. And we have Blessing Oburu Dudu, we have Adekuruye, we have Hannah Ruben and co. In wrestling, 6 of them there will be representing us. And then in the power weightlifting, we also have representative who will be lifting all of these at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. So putting all of this together, how well prepared the sports ministry, all of our camping has been in Germany. The Super Falcons, they camped in Spain. The Super Falcons camped in Spain. The Tigers also had their own training in Germany. In Saarbrücken, they started their camping in Saarbrücken in Germany before moving to Berlin, where they actually had a warm-up game against the German team, where they lost just yesterday night. And also we have Anulu Akpokpeyori in badminton. He camped in Italy. His own camp was in Italy before joining the other team, joining other teams in Germany. So a whole lot of this, putting this together, our canoeing team have been having their camping in Bielsa before leaving the shores of the country. Also had a whole lot. The wrestling team started their camping in Bielsa. They were the first team that left the shores of this country to the training camp. The training camp in Germany. That is for the wrestling team. 6 of them, like I said, 5 women and 1 male among them will be representing Nigeria in wrestling. And Super Falcons also had their own warm-up game against the Canadian women's team. They lost that game by 1-0, but during the penalty shootout, the Super Falcons won the penalty shootout 5-4. Against the Canadian women's team. So, Team Nigeria, how well prepared? How well do you see us? How do you think we can surpass that record we set at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games? You also have opportunity to react to that while you are reacting to the Super Eagles rankings. We will be opening the phone lines very soon to react to this and also react to the Super Eagles rankings. That is ranking. Okay, the phone lines are open right now. Let's go straight to that story. The FIFA rankings, the Super Eagles dropped to 39th position in the FIFA ranking, and they are ranked, they are 5th. They are still remain 5th on the continent of Africa, but in the world, they are now 39, dropping 1 spot from 38 to 39. So you can react to this, and also you can talk about quickly, react to that story. Team, okay, hello, your name and where you are calling us from. Hello. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, if you are there, can you hear me? Okay, please do well to call us back if you can reach us. The number is on the screen to call. Just call us and react to it. Super Eagles ranked 39th in the world and then 5th best team on the continent of Africa after that shameful performance, dismal performance again in the World Cup qualifiers. That is 2026 World Cup qualifiers. Out of 4 games, just out of the 4 games they've played so far, 3 draws and 1 loss for them, and which is not a good one, putting us in a very precarious situation. How do we get to qualify? Do you see the Super Eagles? Can they still make it to the 2026 FIFA World Cup? And all of this, I think, our rankings. You know, sometimes rankings also help you as a team. Whenever a competition is around the corner, your rankings matters a lot because it helps you to avoid some of the, in quote, bigger teams, bigger countries when it comes to football. But for the Super Eagles, 39th in the world, 5th on the continent of Africa. React to that, and also you can react to what is your take on Team Nigeria doing so well at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. I've read that 12 sports. Nigeria will be participating in 12 sports at the Paris Olympic Games. Do you think we can surpass that record we set at the Atlanta 1996? But for the Super Eagles story, 39th in the world, the number is on the screen. You can reach us. Let's hear you. Let's know let's hear you, your contribution. As you can see on the screen, these are the top 10 best team on the continent of Africa. Morocco continues to retain that position since they did so well in the last World Cup. That is that is Qatar World Cup 2022. Then they've retained that position, and now they've not ever since they've remained at the top of the rankings on the continent of Africa, remaining the number 1 team. So far so good. They are the longest serving country at the number 1 position on the continent of Africa. We have Senegal, who used to be number 1, but they were displaced after that World Cup because Morocco is the first team from the continent of Africa to get to the World Cup semi-finals. And then we have Senegal on the 2nd position on the continent, and you can see their world rankings 19th in the world. And then Egypt is 3rd with 36th in the world. Ivory Coast is 4th on the continent, 38th in the world. Nigeria 39th. Let's hear you. If you can call us back, the number is on the screen. That number you see, you can just reach to us and let's hear you react to it. What is your contributions about Super Eagles ranking 39th in the world? Is it the kind of position where the Super Eagles are supposed to be, or you feel yes, it is right for them to be number 39 in the world? Because we also see other countries that are not doing so well but have a better rankings ahead of Nigeria. But the good thing is, despite till now we haven't even gotten a coach. No coach has been named for the Super Eagles, and we are still waiting. We're still waiting for a coach to be named by NFF for the Super Eagles. So all of this put together, let's just react to that, and you can also react to Team Nigeria's preparation and participation in the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. How well do you think we've prepared? Can we surpass that Atlanta 96 record? I told you in 1996, Nigeria won the gold medal in football. Choma and Junwa also winning us the gold medal right there in long jump. Can we surpass that record? Can we at least this time around in Paris come back home with 3 gold medals, 4 gold medals, 5 gold medals, 6 gold medals? It doesn't really matter. Or probably we can see Nigeria raking in 10 gold medals for the very first time in the history of them participating in Olympic Games. The first time we appeared in Olympic Games was in 1952, and our first medal in the Olympics was in boxing. Can we also replicate that? Can we get that again this time around? And the Super Eagles ranked 39th in the world, which is they keep going down. And like I said from the onset, is it that maybe after now we might just see Super Eagles becoming ranked 50th team in the world, and then maybe probably will be occupying the 9th position or the 10th position on the continent of Africa? But despite that, we have the likes of Tunisia, Algeria, Cameroon, Mali, and South Africa, all of them behind. Hello, your name and where you can. Okay. Please, if you can reach us back, the number is on the screen. Do well to call that number and you'll get to us here in the studio. The Super Eagles, our darling team. You know, when the Super Eagles is playing, you know what it means. For the 200 million plus Nigerians, they love the Super Eagles. And, you know, this football is one thing that gives us joy in this country. Football, sports in general gives us joy in this country. And out of all of the sports, football is one thing that brings people together. I remember during the World Cup qualifiers, the Qatar World Cup qualifier 2022 at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, the stadium was packed full. See every Nigerians cheering at least for that 2 hours. We showed love, we showed unity, and we can continue in that stride. We can continue with that momentum. We can continue in that way, showing love to ourselves. It doesn't really matter where you're from. It doesn't really matter if you are from the east, if you are from the south, if you are from the west, or you're from the north. All of us are one when it is football. This is one thing that brings us together. Hello, your name and where you're calling us from?
My name is Nato Abdullahi, calling you from Sokoto State.
Okay, Abdullahi from Sokoto. Welcome to Weekend Sports. Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Hello?
Hello, go ahead. I can hear you.
Hello, are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you. Turn down the volume of your TV set.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Are you with me now?
Yes, I'm with you. Go ahead.
Hello?
Hello, I can hear you. Go ahead. Okay, Abdullahi, if you from Sokoto State, if you can call us back, please, before you call the number, make sure you turn down the volume of your TV set, because there's a holdback. If you're talking and I'm talking, we can hear ourselves, but please do well to just bring down the volume of your TV set and we can hear you live and direct in the studio. You're seeing on the screen the top 10 rankings on the continent of Africa, and then their position in the world rankings. It is the Super Eagles. Hello, your name and where you're calling us from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Okay, from Port Harcourt, your name?
I'm Paul by name.
Paul, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say that I wish Nigerians to come back with something very reasonable, and that is the desire of every Nigerian, including also the athletes. What the government should do is to support them, and also private companies, individuals should also support them. That is how it's being done in other countries. Private companies, not only government supporting the athletes, but individuals, companies have to contribute. If we leave everything for the government, these guys will come back with anger and without concentrating. That is my contribution.
Okay, thank you. The government, they shouldn't be. It shouldn't be left for the government alone. We should also have private individuals also supporting this the team Nigeria to do well at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. 100 million naira is what the House of Rep has given. I'm also waiting for other contributions to see that this team surpass that record, according to the sports minister, Senator John Owaneno. At the hello, your name and where you are calling us from? Hello.
Yusuf.
Okay.
From Kogi.
Okay, Yusuf from Kogi.
Calling from Kogi.
Okay, from Kogi, let's hear you.
Yes. Please, I want this our coach. If you can call Emmanuel Amunike to come and coach the Nigerian Super Eagle.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, all right. If Coach Amunike can come and coach the Super Eagles, we are still waiting for the NFF. The technical committee of the NFF is saddled with that responsibility of getting the Super Eagles a coach. You can see what it means when you are not doing well. We are ranked 39th in the world, 5th best country on the continent of Africa, and the 39th best country in the world. That is where it is. That is what we are looking at. Call in on the program. You can also react to that Team Nigeria's preparation and preparation for the Paris 2024. Hello, your name and where you're calling us from?
I'm Alhaji Mohamed Kudu. I'm calling from Niger.
Okay, Alhaji Mohamed from Niger. Let's hear you. Yeah, I'm very glad with the contribution so far from the House of Reps. Okay.
So, I would like the corporate organizations and other individuals to make their also contribution.
Okay. All right.
And the second, this preparation of our Super Eagles so far, the ranking is not much fun to write about. Let them warm up and keep it, and we are sports lovers. All behind we are behind them.
Okay, all right. Let the Super Eagles improve. Thank you.
And only we need NFF to announce the coach of the Super Eagles. To announce the Super Eagles immediately.
Okay. All right, the NFF should announce. All right, thank you. All the way from Niger State, Alhaji Mohammed, saying the NFF should do and also named a substantive coach for the Super Eagles, and also is saying that the team Nigerian's preparation, every other person should just leave it for the government alone. Private individuals, companies around, corporate bodies should also support Team Nigeria to do well at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. All right, while we wait for your call, let's come back home and look at this story in NNL, that is Nigerian National League, where one team has actually signed an experienced coach. He has actually coached some of the big teams in Nigeria. That is Mekeba. Wiki Tourist unveiled Abdul Mekeba as their new technical advisor. He has coached the likes of Enugu Rangers, Enyimba, Ovaba, Kano Pillars, some of the big teams in Nigerian clubs. This man has actually coached them, and this time around, we will be seeing him with Wiki Tourist, who will be playing in NLN come next season. So for Abdul Mekeba, it's a good one. I think he has promised to help Wiki Tourist get them promoted back to the Nigerian Premier Football League. All right, and let's take another story. This time around, we go straight to Europe. It concerns transfer. This time around, AC Milan signed Alvaro Morata from Atletico Madrid. Good one for Alvaro Morata, who was there when Spain lifted the 2024 Euros. A fantastic player, good guy, captain of the team. Now we'll be seeing Alvaro Morata play for AC Milan come next season. And for Atletico Madrid, they are looking for a replacement for Alvaro Morata as it stands right now. But it's a good move if you ask me. Now he will be playing for the Italian team, that is the AC Milan, come next season. Good one for Alvaro Morata. While we wait your call, Super Eagles ranked 39th in the world. What do you make of that? And also looking at Team Nigeria's preparation for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. For the Super Eagles, they have actually not really shown that, yes, this was a team we saw at the last Nations Cup. If not, who says Nigeria cannot be ranked number 1 in the world? We can get there, definitely, if we get it right. But this time around, like you heard Alhaji Muhammad from Niger State saying the NFF should do, as a matter of urgency, name a coach. And also the contribution Yusuf from Kogi State also saying the same thing. And then for our team Nigerian's preparation for Paris Olympic Games, this whole thing should not be left for the federal government alone. We have other corporate bodies in the country. We have wealthy men in this country who can also support it. But for House of Rep, they have actually taken a step forward by donating 100 million naira to support Team Nigerian's participation at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. All right, I fear this is where we'll be leaving it on the program this morning, Weekend Sports. And thanks to all of our callers on the show from Sokoto, from Kogi, from Port Harcourt, from Niger State. You did the wonderful one calling in on the program. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Say thanks for watching.